Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? My name is Quintan. This is Tall Man Tarot, though. I'm gonna bring some messages for the collective. I'm using a deck that I love that I don't really get to use that often. The name of this deck is the Mythical Goddess Tarot. Dope, nice. Using this deck, pulling some old tools out of the toolbox. Like to work with it. Never really get a chance to work with it much. Connect it. We're doing it. Let's see what's up. See what kind of messages we get from the Mythical Goddess Tarot. Spirit, spirit, spirit. What is it that we'd like to talk about? The viewers. Hmm. There is no initiation when it comes down to having compassion, right? Okay, so when I say that, I'm meaning to those that are in a relationship where they are not initiating compassion to the other party, male, female, doesn't matter, where you're not initiating compassion because compassion isn't being initiated to you. Did I hit? Okay. That's childish activity. You need to stop. Stop talking about you're getting ready to leave, and let's stop with the self-destruction of your relationship because it's keeping you in the same cycle over and over again. Okay. All right, Spirit. Okay. Spirit said that was childish. And it's keeping you from being able to put all of the distractions behind you and get to doing what it is that you need to do. Just another distraction behaving this way. Being immature and having anger kind of is blocking clarity. It's blocking clarity. So you're fueling your very own confusion about the relationship because you're letting anger blind you. Anger is blinding you. Talk some more. Wow. You'll never be able to see what your potential could be as far as happiness goes because you want to leave all the time. You always see it glass half empty. Glass half empty. That's where your anxiety lays in this area too. Everything is the worst thing that could have ever happened whenever it happens in your relationships. It's always the worst. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the person that, if anything, if the other person makes a mistake, like it's the worst. You're ready to leave. Fuck this. I ain't sticking around for that. Hell no, I'm not gonna be like such and such or some shit you seen on TV. You ready to fucking? I'll leave. I'll leave. I don't have to deal with this shit. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. You're not able to really face your fears either. You do this so that you don't feel defeated. You do this, it's almost like a competition or something. And if you feel like something's going to happen to you that's going to be negative, you'd much rather tear everything up because that's your fear. You're just afraid of You're afraid of taking a loss. You're afraid of feeling defeated. But look at there. You're no saint yourself. I think that's what this is all about. It's like you're no saint yourself. Nothing is going to be able to be made to happen, or well, let's just put it out there. Nothing. These are major arcana. Nothing is going to come or be able to be created so that you can move forward in a yeah. Your visions won't. There'll be no delight. Jeez. Hey, listen. Nothing is going to happen if you keep the same mind frame when it comes down to having relationships. Nothing. And I'm talking to couples, both parties, whoever. This has no gender assigned to it at all. Both parties. If you're ready to run, how are you going to experience the success that you want to experience when it comes down to having a relationship? How are you going to, get into the period of being happy? Not saying that happy is a destination. How are you going to start to hit those points of happiness that you want to hit in a relationship if every time someone pisses you off, you're ready to leave and throw everything in the garbage and leave? Um, Hurting each other's feelings with words, right? And don't want to be the first person to show compassion and talk it over and fix things, or just not showing compassion in general. I heard no affection really loud too. Not really showing affection. If the other person doesn't show you any affection, then you don't show them no affection. That's not how this goes. You just show affection no matter what. You use your heart no matter what. No matter if the other person is stingy or not, because at the end of the day, whatever happens, at least you know you did your best. That's what this is about. Doing your best no matter what the outcome. It's not about taking an L. Take the L. You did your best. That ensures blessings come to you in the future. You just have to do your best. Some people don't know this kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's time to communicate. Have the courage and communicate. Have the courage to communicate. It's at the bottom of the deck. Communicate, because you're no saint. Come up again, and you know it. When you think about being a saint, let's think about them thoughts, those thoughts that you have, right? Another thing that's being said, can't always think about all the fun the way that it used to be when you guys first got together, and the honeymoon phase. You're reflecting back on that, and you might be years into this thing. Hey, man, relationships are ever evolving. It's never just going to stay the childhood fun, you know, in the back seat and everywhere in the you know what I mean, and all that. Like, things grow, and so you have to evolve with it. So you can't keep running back to that and being ready to leave because it's not a honeymoon phase constantly. Can't do that. You're not really using your brain when it comes to that part, to the people that I'm talking to. This relationship will heal, but you have to do your best. You have to do your best. Have to do your best. You listen to spiritual conversations, spiritual readings, and stuff like that, and you listen to the messages and the messengers, but you don't really take any action in your life to use any of that. As far as like cleansing yourself and healing, and doing things towards healing, I get a lot of you saying that you're doing it, but you're not really doing it. So that's another thing that we have to pay attention to. And I say we, I mean me, you, everybody, right? We can't just listen to the message. These messages are coming from, you have to think about where the messages is coming from. It's positive, it's helping you. Why wouldn't you listen to it? I always ask that question. So yeah, I think this message is gonna light a fire underneath your ass and at least get you started. It's going to get you started. I hope this heals a lot of relationships. But don't just listen to the messages and not take action. You need to be grounding for real. Even in your own yard. Just go be in your yard, man. You like to talk on the phone? Go talk on the phone in the yard with your shoes off, walking around with your socks off in the grass, relaxing, feeling nature, Go touch some trees, Do that stuff. Being too focused on what's going wrong and the glass half empty is, that's what's keeping you in this angry situation and blinding you from the clarity that can fix everything. Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm seeing. One more for the road, Spirit. One more for the road. Oh. If this message isn't heeded this time, you'll remain to stay out of balance and you won't be able to resurrect what it is that you would like to resurrect, which is happy stuff, no matter what. No matter what you're saying, it's happy stuff. No matter what you're thinking, all of this is about trying to find some type of happiness. Things could have went wrong, bills could be due, people ain't got money like they used to have. Shit could be different. And I understand that's probably why you feel the way that you feel, but you can't just, and everything just, it takes work and it takes compassion from both parties to get that work done. You know what I mean? Do the work with my wrinkled ass shirt. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. I love you all. And I'll see you next video. Peace.